advice. So odd. Anyway, so Henrietta and I, and the writer guy, who's not a writer, he was like, okay, so now that you didn't major in writing, why don't you actually take some of those stories that you've been writing and try to send them out and get them published? And so I did. And one of the first stories that I wrote was a story about a girl whose mom, let's see if you can guess what story this is. It's really gross, okay? I don't want to gross you out. I want you to think about how this will feel. Her mom is dating one of her teachers. Thank you, that's disgusting, right? You know, it's so good that I can come out here and get therapy by talking to you guys. That would be gross if your mom started going out. Does anybody here, does your mom date one of your teachers? Or married him? Do you see your teacher in his underwear at Christmas time? Because I have to. So disgusting. When you're a writer, or even just a normal person, and you're really upset about something, it makes you feel a lot better to write it down. Because that way, like if you're really upset with your brothers or something, you don't take it out on them. You just take it out on a piece of paper. So instead of taking it out on my mom's boyfriend, I took it out on a piece of paper. And I wrote a book called The Princess Diaries, which is what that book is really about. People think it's about a girl who's a princess. But it's not. It's about a girl whose mom is dating a boyfriend. I don't know where people got this impression that it's about a princess. I threw in this whole princess thing because at the last minute I didn't want my mom to read it and think that it was about her and her boyfriend. So that was like a distraction. That's what you have to do if you're going to get published, because you don't want people to know that it's really about them. So my mom still thinks it's about, you know, this girl who turns out to be a princess. She still doesn't know. Neither does her boyfriend. So I wrote that book and I sent it off to all these publishers because my husband was like, just do it. What's the worst that could happen until somebody says, you know, that's not that good. What happened actually between that time was that my father died, which was really sad. That's like the saddest thing that can happen to you. And my husband said, you know, really that's the worst thing that can happen. If some publisher says your book isn't very good, that's really not that sad. That's actually kind of stupid. And I was great. So I started sending that book out. And a whole bunch of the publishers said that that book was terrible, that it was the worst book they ever read. I shouldn't admit that to you. But it's okay, because J.K. Rowling's book got rejected a bunch of times too, Harry Potter. So, you know, we all get rejected. So I got tons of letters saying Harry Potter, that his Princess Diaries, I wish, was really bad. But finally, somebody accepted it, and as you know, it got made into a movie. We'll talk about that later. So that was really my first real book that got published, and that was really cool. That finally, something I'd always wanted to do happened, and it happened because I finally admitted, you know what, that's really what I've always wanted to do, I'm just going to do it. So, Henrietta and I did it together. What else is up there? Oh, that's my house. That's my house in Key West. That's me riding my bike. That's what I like to do. That's my other hobby besides writing. Oh my gosh, this is the first time I came to England, and I saw my books, The Princess Diaries, in a gas station, or as you would call it, a petrol station, on a shelf next to Harry Potter. It was very exciting, as you can see. And this is the Meg Cabot community. This is the US website, megcabot.com, and the British website, megcabot.co.uk. It's just a little audiovisual aid for you. These are some of the Meg Cabot kind of reader clubs. There's the Ambassador Club, which is where you become an ambassador to Meg Cabot. It's kind of like belonging to the UN. Only there's not as many humanitarian kind of missions that you go on, but you are supposed to kind of spread the word about Meg Cabot, and you get free books. So every November, if you want to join and become an ambassador, you just go to megcabot.co.uk and you can sign up. And if you're one of the lucky 100 people picked, you'll get free books. One of the books that you may get, but I doubt it, would be the new Princess Diaries that's coming out. Princess Diaries number 10. 10 out of 10. See, this isn't the real book. It's a fake one. We didn't dare bring it because we didn't want to have it be stolen. You can also sign up to get little Meg Cabot messages on your cell phone and all sorts of fantastic other things. The Princess Diaries SMS Club. And these are Bebo and Facebook and MySpace Meg Cabot things that are extremely time-consuming for me. Now that I'm an author, I have to do all these other things that I never anticipated back when I thought I would never get published. It's crazy. I tried to make Henrietta do it, but she's just a cat.